Stem cell research has been scarred by controversy. Testing on human embryos has resulted in a gray shadow being cast over an innovation that has the potential to change the course of regenerative medicine forever. Somatic stem cells, however, are the solution that I would like to present to you today. Somatic stem cells carry the same level of potential, but without the ethical controversy. Today, I'm going to tell you what is it exactly that makes embryonic stem cell research so controversial, why somatic stem cells are the solution that we've been looking for, and what action you can take to further their research. First, let's take a look at embryonic stem cells. An embryonic stem cell, according to the European Stem Cell Coalition, which is comprised of 90 different stem cell laboratories and research facilities, must be harvested from a cloned human embryo or aborted fetus. The reason for this is because stem cells are essentially blank checks. They are cells whose function and purpose has not yet been defined. So a human embryo who hasn't developed into a human yet, is filled with these cells that are awaiting orders. They're awaiting orders to turn into the respiratory system, to form a heart, a liver, a spleen, a mind. Because of this, they have a very high proliferation rate. And that essentially means that they regenerate and they build on each other very, very quickly. Because you have to remember, a human embryo turns into an infant child in a matter of 9 months. So an entire system is built in 9 months. This leads to, according to the Family Research Council, in a lot of research and trials, tumors and organ failures have taken place in mice and lab rats because their bodies could not handle the level of proliferation rate that that embryos, in their case rat and mouse embryos, had. Their body's immune systems rejected them, which caused their organs to fail and tumors to grow. So what exactly is it that makes this such an ethical dilemma? I'd like to show you this example. If you take a look at this diagram, it shows the entire growth process of a fetus to an infant. Though it's rather vague, it shows different things being developed in them until it's ready to be born. With embryonic stem cell research, this entire process could theoretically take place inside this water bottle. Embryonic research requires the complete destruction of the embryo, robbing it of its ability and chance and opportunity to become the human being that it was designed to be. Aborted fetuses could become, theoretically, a commodity in the scientific community for testing and for treatments if this research was approved. It's a very, very gray area, and right now, stem cell research is actually illegal in the United States, but there are movements being taken place to reverse this. The University of Notre Dame, it's a Catholic university, is actually, despite being one of the leading universities in medical research, is a staunch advocate of embryonic stem cell research for this very reason, that it robs the human embryo of the rights that were given to it by its creator. So what exactly is it that makes somatic stem cells the solution? What makes them better? First of all, they don't have the controversy that embryonic stem cells do because they can be harvested from adults. According to the National Institutes of Health, somatic stem cells must be harvested from the area that they are targeted to heal. So for example, if I break my arm, then I have somatic stem cells taken from my bone to heal my bone. If it's my liver, they're taken from around my liver. My spleen, my muscle, they're taken from that specific region. Because of this, though, they have a very low proliferation rate, which, if you remember, means that they do not regenerate very quickly. However, the bonus or the upside to this even though they require multiple treatments, because they're coming from the patient's own body, they have a very high acceptance rate in test trials, leading them to be able to heal a patient's body without it being rejected and result in the tumors and organ failure that embryonic stem cells have been connected to. In fact, they've actually been successfully administered in 73 different cases. And according to a journal by Bernard Lowe and Lindsay Patham, which is sponsored by but separate from the National Institute of Health, somatic stem cells can be used and have been used to treat spinal cords, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's disease, along with different types of broken bones, muscle tissue, organ failure, because it's coming from the patient's own body. And though the research is still new to where we haven't been able to fully harness the regenerative capability of these somatic stem cells, it's there. And the science backs it up, and it's proven that it is able to work. StemCellResearch.org shows that the coalition to prevent embryonic research. What exactly is it, though, that you can do to further this research? If a family member of yours came down with a condition that was eligible to be treated by somatic stem cells, wouldn't you want access to it? Yes, this treatment, as I just told you, is legal in the United States, but it's very expensive. It's exclusive. It's something that you have to be in a very good position in order to afford. This is something that should be available to the American public as a whole, so that our life expectancy can go up and we can just save lives. As I stated before, StemCellResearch.org has a coalition to prevent President Obama from furthering the embryonic stem cell research that is being advocated by various lobby groups, and a coalition that furthers the research and funding of somatic stem cells. Purchase not necessary or required. But the conclusion, the evidence, the facts, they all speak for themselves. Somatic stem cells are the answer. They've been scientifically proven to heal, to restore, and to save lives without taking them away. I stand for somatic stem cells. I support them, and I will do everything in my power to ensure that they are available to every person who needs them, to every life that can be saved, to ensure that they are available. My only question to you is, will you?